Well, we got 8 karma, which is nice. The walls here are thick, steel reinforced, braids of thick cable run across the floor, and the computer equipment, now hopelessly out of date, adorns every elevated surface. Something in the distance is calling to you. It's faint, but you can feel it, the bone-shaking thrum of an enormous machine. This is it, prosperity. Just like in our dreams. He scans the room, scowling. The fortune engine has to be somewhere in this complex. We find the machine and secure it until Raymond arrives. Simple enough. Let's press on. Grocery scuttles forward eagerly, its bipedy pulps weaving eagerly before it. I'm quite enthusiastic to see this machine of Mr. Sang's. A rare opportunity, and one that I will not delay any longer. Alright. Let's move it, boys and girls. Where is it? Fortune engine. Oh, it's gotta be in there. Prosperity. The door has been sealed. Looks like it's been shut for quite a while. Gotta be some way to get this door open. Alright, let's see. Oh, there we go. Terminal. This is so eerie. Boop. The terminal winks to life at your approach. It's still drawing power. Promising. His gaze traces across the screen. This terminal isn't password locked. The display looks corrupted, but I suppose that it might still be usable. As long as we can open the door with it, we're good. We don't need it for anything else. Use terminal, let's find out. Saying mechanical service. Attempt to open the door to the Fortune engine's testbed. Here goes nothing. You select the door controls from the computer's menu and command them to open. The screen flickers, then goes dark. Unfortunate. Perhaps the issue is mechanical. I could take a look. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wave of nausea grabs you by the guts and twists. It doubles you over, then fades. Duncan turns to face you, wincing. What was... As you straighten... Also, I'm angry because I actually need to spend my karma. I can't spend karma. I should have. As you straighten, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up straight. A buzzing sensation washes over you, downright drowning out your companion's words and filling your head with white, warm static. In the center of the room, something blossoms into the world. Good God. I'm assuming that's a Yama Queen. The figure from your dreams looms over you, enormous and alien. The creature is beautiful and terrifying in equal measure, a thing of billowing silk and carved ivory. Kenya stands still as a statue, peering down at you from behind a mask of sculpted gold. Smaller spirits take up position around her, bowing their heads in deference. Well, her hands tighten on her weapon as the color drains from her cheeks. Shit! That's a lot bigger than I expected. Slowly, with a broad, languid motion, Kinya's body begins to shift. The crescent-shaped ivory horns that crown her head cut through the light as she moves, casting strange shadows on the wall behind her. I have no way to do this voice. You are here. The voice that pours from behind the thing's mask is indescribably beautiful. The tones are high and musical, and seem to hang in the air long after she finishes speaking. You have come to see us. In the corner of the room, servitor creatures echo the queen's words, the garbled sounds piping through gaps in their enamel-lined carapaces. Come to us. We called to you across the breadth of space and time, and now you are here standing before us, just as you were meant to be. You're not a god or a queen, Kenya. You're nothing but a glorified parasite. Why do you call... I don't think calling her a parasite right now is good. Why'd you call me? What do you want? We call to all who will listen Her voice is joyous, triumphant. All are welcome in our court. All are welcome. Oh, good grief. And all are welcome in our larder. The Yama King spreads its arms, its movements full of malevolent grace. You belong here, slave thing, with us now, and for all time. Are we gonna make a deal? I'm not your slave. In fact, I'm here to make a deal with you. She blinks. Wait, what? The Queen with the Thousand Teeth lowers her head contemplatively. Her incandescent veil ripples like silk as she moves. Such a thing could be arranged, perhaps, if you are worthy. How do I prove myself worthy? Your part is simple. The musical tones of the Yama King's voice are high-pitched and giddy. You need only endure. It opens its arms to you, offering a view of the chisel-like teeth that protrude from its flesh. Saliva glints on bone-white enamel. All around you, the gibbering of the Queen's servitors grows to a fever pitch. Ractor stares up at the creature, his jaw hanging open in awe. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. The Queen with the Thousand Teeth lowers her head, and the unnatural thick air turns rank and cold. Waves of nausea rack your stomach as a foul wind slides over you like mud. You will be tested, meat. If you are found wanting, we will rip your nerves out at the root and gorge ourselves on your flesh. Oh! Her musical voice builds to a towering crescendo that crashes into you like a sledgehammer. Prove yourself to us, meat. Prove yourself or serve us forever. Wow. We are to defeat King Ya. This is BS, dog, of the highest caliber. So we've got flames here, here, and back there. We need to take all of them out. Okay. Alright. So what I'm thinking is there are certain rules that we were given throughout the entire game. She cannot lie. She must accept an offer that we make. And she's making us prove ourselves because she doesn't want to accept the offer in the current situation. And Gobbet's gem should do something crazy to her. We'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong, mind you. Snuff out this flame. Nice. Hop back here. Throw this down on yourself. And engage. Nice. Duncan, if you could take this thing out in one shot. God M. effing Efferson. Move here. This is gonna suck though, guys. Just telling you. 100% on that. We're gonna move her back, and Ractor is going to activate Koshri. Koshri is going to take on the one in the back. Just hope it works. Ractor. Oh god. God dang it. So, misclick. You guys know how that works out. It sucks. I'm actually pretty upset about that. Can we laser this thing? Missed. Alright, here they come. Oh my god. Well, at least that was only 8 damage. Okay. What I find interesting is that these guys are the ranged fighters. So one misclick and he's almost dead. They also made me use this up. I'm pretty angry about that one. Nice. Are you kidding me? Like, for real? Nice. Please, Gobbet. Thank you. So, can we destroy a hostile? No, because they don't count. That sucks. But then again, hey, it's whatever. I don't care, we got him on cover. So he'll take a little bit of damage for that. Hopefully Koshri can get that. Yep, nice. Good. I'll take that miss. Oh, Jesus Christ, Koshri took some damage off of that. Okay, we got flanked. Happens. All the time. And that thing is just summoning stuff. So that sucks even worse. We can attempt to take as many as we want, but it's not really going to help. Duncan will thin numbers. Can we laser it? Nice. Actually, we could probably kill it now. There we go. The only issue is that Koshri is not... We're picking it up. Stride? Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's move it. We've only got one more left. Gobbet, what can you do? You take just shots at this. That's all that she can do right now. Oh, she can also heal. Boom. 19 HP. I love the fact that we didn't heal the full amount, which sucks. But hey, could be worse. Nice shot, Raptor. Second shot was questionable. Yo! You should not be allowed to attack me. Come on. That's why we picked up Stride. That sucked. What are we doing here? Full up. And now you can reload. That worked out fairly decent. Alright, she took a little pain from that. I'm cool with that. Take the shot. Good job, Raptor. Koshri might be able to do something long range. Nah, nothing from way downtown. We can set him up though. Alright, nice. I am happy about this. That worked out as good as we could possibly have it work. Oh, he's coming in. He needs to get shot fairly quick. Take a shot to the back. One for you. Not one for you. One for you. And one for you again. Of course, we miss all those. I think that's it for us. Nice. Not bad. It was a decent shot. Give him some more action points. At least we have another shot. Can we get an incendiary or dead? It's not Deadeye. I was gonna say something along those lines. Can she? Nice. Okay. Okay, we're doing better, people. We're doing good. One nice shot there. Good, good, good. Laser beams. Apparently that's what Yama Kings are weak to. Lasers. Ooh, Koshri took that to the head. Or if he has a head, he took that to the head. Not too terrible. Thought we had flanked him fairly decently. Flaming shot, nice. Boom. And Gobbet. Run away. Just run away, Chica. We got a hit. Nice. And Koshri. Go for it. Not a hit. Nice, we got her. As you watch, Kinya's blast, marked and broken body begins to reform. Her gown knits itself back together, black blood wicking onto the floor. Slowly, terribly, she begins to laugh. You cannot kill us, meat. You have not even seen us. Her voice fills with mockery. This form is but a shadow, a droplet of divine essence filtered through a keyhole. Gobbet scans the room, her eyes glinting. I think that it's telling the truth. That thing over there isn't Kinya. It's just a fragment of an enormous astral entity. The little ones, the servitors, are all parts of her too. The glow in her eyes fades. She bites her lip. We're so fucked. Kinya, however you pronounce it, I apologize. The rat servant sees the truth of it, glimpses us as we really are. We, were you to behold our full magnificence, your mind would wring itself into a pulp. The crumpled form of Kinya rights itself, begins to rise. You will see, slave thing. We will show you a world not meant for mortal eyes. You will see. And she peaced out. Yeah, we're taking up all these healing items. Oh, we're taking up all these healing items. One for you. I don't care if it's shamanic stuff. I don't care if it's whatever. We just need. I think did we grab them all? I didn't think we grabbed that one. So that could have been some weird thing. And here we go. This is the four. Whoa! Lee Christ on a cracker. Okay, everybody. That's. Okay, hi. So this is your house. It's quite homely. I see you've decorated very nice. Enamel, teeth, a finite resource, far more finite than gold. I must say I'm impressed. And time to peace out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's work on these huge things. Not that many hits. That's not good. Hide behind here. We could... Ractor is in some serious trouble, to be completely honest with you. Koshri is going to hopefully help us out a lot. We're going to amp him up, overclock the bejesus out of him, and then run to whatever safe spot that we have. Okay. There we go. He's got 5 shots. Duncan, take the big things down first. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh god, Koshri. Okay. Oh, she's healed by her servants. Okay. Well, I'm using Koshri because Koshri can is quote-unquote deathless, as her actors pointed out. Oh, that doesn't look fun. That doesn't look fun at all. Don't hurt Kosher. Oh my god, Raptor. Okay. Gobbet, we're going to need a heal. Nice. And we're going to need some type of prolonged damage, maybe? Alright, we got a little bit of damage. Take that thing out, please. Are you kidding me? Because Kosher has bigger fish to fry. So does Duncan, for that matter. We need to get these guys. Really? All of those misses. Even with tracer rounds in them. It's all good, though. It's all good. Can he take that thing out? No, come on. One more? There we go. Okay. We're doing better now. We're doing better. So that was one servitor. Is there another? Kosher's going to check. No, we can't see another, so... 1, 2, and we're done. This is gonna hurt. Oh, she missed. It's just terrible aim. Just horrific aim. But her smacking it would hurt. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Drop back. Take another shot. Nice. Alright, Duncan's out of ammo. We can actually reload and take... Let's go with him. Nice. Okay, now... What can we do? We've got one of the marbles. She's currently panicked and ignoring foes. Okay. Don't know how well that's going to work out. Oh god. Okay. Okay, maybe her being panicked is not actually that useful. It's not that useful at all. Let's go. At least it's, what? 4v, well 5v, one demon queen goddess thing. We have a slight advantage. Only the slightest. But it could be worse. We're actually starting to pour some damage down. Plague barrier. Don't cross that. Do we have anything else? We have the fog. Nice. Reactor. Take shot. Nice. Kosher. Get back up, Kosher. Alright, there we go. Activates when drone receives critical damage. We haven't needed to use Deathless yet. But it's all good. Nice. Oh, goodness. She just walked through that. Ooh. That was bad. At least we haven't had to use Deathless yet. Haven't had to go Deathless yet. Do we have anything useful in any of these things? Bloody End, but I don't think she can bleed. In all honesty, I don't think she can bleed. Because she's currently just ignoring other status effects. There we go. King Ya is done. As the Yanma King's body crumples and a cackling sound fills the air, once again her broken body begins to knit itself back together. The flow of black ichor forms her many wounds, slowly slows to a stop and reverses, the viscous fluid snaking its way back up into the holes and ruptures that it poured from. Projections on top of projections, all aspects of our divine being, shed as easily as a lizard sheds its tail. Her voice is ripe with mockery. You cannot harm us, meat, but you have amused us. King Ya halts, her crowned head cocking to one side. Perhaps you are worthy of an audience after all. Perhaps. Her voice trails off, and her head tilts upward. From behind you can hear the pounding sound of approaching footsteps. Alright, so the rest of the team's showing up. And we saved! Alright, here we are. As she falls into position behind you, Isabel's jaw drops open. Raymond Black steps forward, an expression of grim determination on his face. That's her? She's real? She shrinks back as King Ya turns to face her. Her voice is full of awe and terror. I did this. I brought this creature here. He speaks in the grim tone of a man on his way to the gallows. His complexion has gone gray as ash. My fault. My responsibility. The Queen with the Thousand Teeth cackles with glee. It has returned to us. The tunnel builder. The architect of my ascendancy. Ascendancy. The creature leans in towards Raymond, its spidery fingers weaving hypnotically. The thing's robes billow like the bell of a jellyfish, pulsing organically with the rhythm of a heartbeat. You will have a special place in our court. Builder, you will stand by our side, exalted for all time, a living token of our unending rule, and an undying symbol of the folly of man. I have been a fool. Yes. His hands clench into fists so tight that his knuckles go white. The skin on his face is flushed with the effort of fighting through the stammer, jumbling his words. A great fool, perhaps. But I will not be your slave. I will stop you. The Queen with the Thousand Teeth leans forward, her movements full of alien grace. The gaping crescent of her mouth parts into a ghastly smile, and you can see row upon row of fangs. They run down her throat in overlapping layers, a bristling forest of glistening, sharpened enamel. Leave him alone. You were talking to me, remember? She steps. She's steepless? Her fingers, their hardening tips, click against one another with a sound like grinding teeth. You are bold, meat, but you are also correct. We do not break our promises. They are not allowed to break their promises. And you have earned some modicum of respect. King Ya turns her full attention back to you, and the smile widens. Excuse me. You can feel it deep in your gut. It tunnels into your like a lamprey, leaves you feeling empty and cold. In truth, you amuse us. Your persistence in the face of the inevitable is a pleasure to behold, and so we have decided to grant you a rare honor. We offer you a deal. You're just trying to buy yourself time, aren't you? Keeping me talking so that I won't hurt you anymore. They have to tell the truth. They have to tell the truth. The cackling laugh returns, raising the hair on the back of your neck and sending a shiver down your spine. Oh, the noise it makes. You are impotent to harm us, meat. Surely that is clear by now. We offer you a choice. Hear out our deal, or be destroyed. Make your decision and do it quickly. Our patience runs thin. Alright, give me your pitch. Our terms are simple. We want you to leave. Leave the chattel here. To their fates, forget about them. Acknowledge that they are ours, and then think of them no more. She gestures toward the door you came in from. Leave the walled city now and do not return. Accept that it is our domain now and forevermore. In exchange, we will grant you 14 years of good fortune. Your every wish fulfilled, your every desire granted. A charmed life from the moment you leave to the day that our deal elapses. You can do this? The Yama King cackles. With a wave of our hand, we have swum the waters of fortune since the beginning of time. It is a trivial matter for us to divert them. So, will you accept our offer? Will you take the deal? I have some questions. She inclines her head. You may ask, but do not try our patience. To trifle with us would be a terrible mistake. What do you intend to do? I've done some research on your kind. There are other Yanma Kings, aren't there? Thousands, each unique in all the multiverse, each an inimitable form of life. You are one of many meat, interchangeable with others of your kind. We and our brethren are solitary, sovereign beings, demigods among beasts of the field. I'd like to know more about the spirits that serve you. Our servitors are not spirits, meat, not in the way that you think. They are cells of our body, particles of our own divine being, manifest in flesh to serve us. You're saying that you and your servants... So you're all manifestations generated by the same organism. She inclines her head. Yes. Oh, okay. We got her. No. Because she was talking all high and mighty, just like going on and on and on for a second, but she only gave us a one-word response. That means she's hiding something. What do you intend to do with the people of the walled city if you take over from here? You can't be planning to enslave them all. What any queen would do, we intend to rule them. Some will be pressed into service within our court, others will be livestock. Most will live out their lives as if nothing had changed. Why don't I believe you? What you believe is not our concern, but know that our word is sacrosanct. We do not lie, meat, not ever. The Yama King's arms weave organically, tracing mesmerizing patterns in the air. They glisten with thin, watery saliva. Strands of the fluid crisscross and tangle one another before splattering onto the concrete floor. It is in our interest to leave most of the meat in the walled city alive and unmolested. They must serve as breeding stock to better ensure our continuing prosperity. The population of the walled city must increase. We will see this happen. We will make it happen. So it seems like she took a second to just go, If you're as powerful as you say you are, why are you offering me this deal? Because we want to see what you will do. The ultimate reward dangles above your head. You can pluck it like a peach if you wish. We are curious to see if you will. I don't think that's it at all. I think that I hurt you the last time we fought, and that you're stalling while you regain strength. That might be true. Do you wish to test your theory, meat? Or will you accept our generous offer and enjoy every luxury of life for over a decade to come? Make your choice and make it now. Okay, she said that might be true. She didn't lie. She didn't lie, because if she said no, then she would have lied. We are hurting her. No, but I have a counter-proposal for you. Duncan's brow furrows. He looks surprised and uneasy. His grip tightens on his rifle. King Yao leans in toward you, her face folding open into a hideous smile. A counter-proposal, you say? How amusing. Out with it then, meat. Tell us what you would have us. You're going to return to the place that you came from, and you're going to close the door behind you. She cackles, a long, malicious laugh. And tell us, slave thing, why would we do such a thing? What do you have to offer? If you do, I'll feed you. I'll bring you fresh slaves, fresh meat as often as you want. That would be an interesting lie. We are capable of lying, which is interesting. Can she tell us the truth? I don't know. Give me a second to think about this. Because Okay, sorry. I'm still super thinking about this. Well, I won't kill you for one. That's what we're gonna say. The meat threatens us? We are not impressed or amused. It is time that you learned your lesson, slave thing. We will teach you the price of impudence. We will suckle your sorrow until the sun turns to dust. I'm pretty sure we can beat her, but I also feel like I missed something there. But we got this though. Oh, that was actually... Can we punch her? For the achievement? Sorry, there's an achievement for punching her. I'm just that type of person. Like, hey, might as well try it. So yeah, we got a little bit of info onto what she's doing. Like, I am 100% sure that there's something about her lying to us. There's something about it. Get Koshri up and running. She's weaker now. She's 100% weaker now than she was before. Do we have a repair kit? Both on Koshri. Because of course he got hurt during all of this. And jump back. And we're going to be taking our shots. Ooh. Someone didn't like that. Yeah, she is weak. It's like her actual link to the spirit world is like done. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Let's... Boom. Nice, we marked her. We're calling the shots now. At least I got a nice new achievement for that. And Gaichu's going to come in. 1 cut. 2 cut. 3 cuts. Alright, what's she going for? Duncan. Alright, that's fine. So here's the fun part. I am getting this stupid achievement. Let's do it, Gobbet. No, hold up. There we go. As you good puncher, that's what I wanted. As you watch the Yama King's broken carcass withers and dissipates, seconds later all that's left of her is a cloud of rancid mist. Huh, that was easier than I thought it would be. I guess that she was hurt worse than she let on, trying to trick us into taking a bad deal. That doesn't mean that she won't come back. All we've done is buy ourselves some times. That wasn't really her, it was just a projection. It won't be long before she finishes licking her wounds and sends another. I believe that you are correct. He points at the dingy terminal. The control console is just over here, there. We must move quickly. Darn. The Fortune engine itself stands before you, an enormous malevolent presence that fills the test chambers ahead. Raymond pushes forward, leaning in to study the control console with a look of determination on his face. I will close this rift. I just need to. He bends over the terminal, frowning. His eyes dart from readout to readout. As you watch, the blood drains from his cheeks. What's wrong? Destroy the thing before she comes back. I can't. He gestures at the technical readouts on the Fortune engine's monitors. There's a one-way flow of astral energy moving from the inner walled city through the tunnel. I know what it is. Gobbet wrinkles her nose and gets a faraway look. She sways for a moment and speaks as if in a dream. I can feel it too. The energy is coming from the people that she's feeding on, their essence, their spirits. For lack of a better word, she sways a while longer, a puzzled expression on her face. If I destroy the machine now, it will collapse the tunnel. All those people will have the better part of their existence. Essence, what makes them who and what they are, trapped inside. With her, forever. Thousands of people condemned to eternity with a parasitic thing. Son of a bitch. Raymond squeezes his eyes shut. There is another way. Someone could enter the tunnel, close the rift safely. The people would be saved, restored to life in the real world. And what happens to the person in the tunnel? He stays there, forever with her. There's no way out once the tunnel is closed. There was a long pause as the assembled group digests Raymond's words. Duncan nods to himself, his jaw clenched. He pushes forward. I'll do it. Just tell me what buttons to press. The old man stares at the controls. Cold fear washes across his face. No! If anyone is to do this, it must be me. His voice strengthens, and you can see the old fierceness rising from within. The iron will of your childhood. It will be me. Hang on, Ray. No, not Raymond. My name is Edward Sang, and I built this machine. I set this avalanche in motion. Whether I meant to or not, it is my responsibility to stop it. He turns to you, a look of resignation on his face. That is what this is all about. What it's been about since the very beginning. Raymond, listen to me. You're too weak for this. Just tell me what to do. No. The Yanma King could return at any moment. There is no time to teach you what to do in there. I must set things in motion. It must be me. He turns to you. Goodbye, James. He smiles sadly. Thank you for coming to Hong Kong. Thank you for coming when I called. Goodbye, Dad. The old man flips a lever and steps into the machine. There's a flash of light and Raymond Black is gone. Dang.
I told you that the past is just a story. That if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. My past is a terrible story. I didn't expect it to end with redemption. Sometimes the debts of the past can't be repaid. But we do what we can. I have done what I can to right my wrongs. And I accept the consequences.
Well, I feel really sad. I thought I had done everything right and I caught the Yanma Queen, but doesn't look like it worked. I'm going to continue this with the aftermath. I'm just going to keep it one gigantic video. You depart from the Prosperity Chamber and are instantly caught up in a wave of refugees fleeing for their lives. Struggling through the panicked wave of humanity, you're able to retrace your steps and eventually reach Haoi. Although the typhoon has passed, the scene is wet and chaotic. The newly homeless crowd the streets, dazed, wandering, searching for missing loved ones and nursing injuries. Relief workers are already on the scene, providing blankets and medical aid. Rescue personnel, carry the stunned and wounded to safety. The entire area has been cordoned off by the HKPF, while knight-errant officers and a military peacekeeping force attempt to maintain order. Dude. So, I think that's also an area of a lot of slight grief about Shadowrun Hong Kong. The fact that the good ending is actually... I thought I had talked to everyone and done everything, but maybe... I guess I just didn't choose the right options before? I did it a little bit different this time, but I still got the ending where Raymond sacrifices himself. It's sad. Like, really sad. However, in Dragon Run, it seems like you have more of an impact on what goes down. If I Google how to do it now, I'm actually going to be super angry. Well, no, I'm not going to be super angry, because My entire reason for doing this was I wanted to see if I could do it a little differently my way and work out how to do it, but You emerge from Kowloon walled city to bustling clusters of activity, refugees huddling together, staring back at their lost homes, government troops deploying from armored personnel carriers, news vans setting up remote camera feeds while reporters scramble to find the right angle for their broadcast. The air is electric, with the threat of potential violence as panicked peacework keepers eye the growing crowd of evacuating poor. Gobbet's eyes dart furtively as she turtles her head between her shoulders. This place is hot, the cops are swarming the place, and that APB is still out on us. Just take it easy, try and blend in with the crowd. I want to have a look around. Not the best time for sightseeing Hollywood. The place is crawling with badges. Isabel lifts her nose towards a reporter interviewing someone from the inside of the walled city. Looks like we get to see a show, though. The reporter already has his hooks in someone, hoping for a soundbite. The reporter wears a look of earnest concern, like a coat of cheap deodorant. And is that when you started running? Well, it was bad in there, shooting, screaming. I was terrified. And what caused this, sir? Why are people flooding out of the walled city, injured and disoriented? The man stares at the scene around him, bewildered. It's like everyone's saying some sort of chemical leak, a drug lab explode or something? Caused mass hallucinations? Certainly it did. The reporter turns to the camera and pretends to check his notes. There you have it, Sonny. Our third report of mass hallucinations and violence caused by an explosion of an illegal drug lab. And while reports remain sketchy, it appears that street crime is again on the rise. He half turns and sweeps his arm over the scene. As you can see, it's still turmoil and confusion here as police and the Executive Council peacekeepers respond to the emergency situation, attempting to maintain order. But in all this chaos and the maze of poverty that is Kowloon Walled City, we may never know what really happened here. Back to you in the studio, Sonny. The light on the news camera goes off and the reporter drops his facade. He ignores the bedraggled man beside him and begins packing up his equipment. After a moment, he sees you looking at him, turns to you with a scowl. What are you looking at? Mass hallucinations? Do you believe that story? No, I don't believe that story. He laughs sardonically and continues packing. Am I wearing a t-shirt that says, yes, I'm a fool, feed me your line of corporate bullshit? No. But in my experience, the rest of the world is. Everything you see, everything you've been taught, every official you elect, all bought and paid for by the people pulling the strings. Yeah, well, no one's telling me what to think. No eye contact, he remains bent over his equipment case. Of course not, pal. You're different. The reporter finishes packing and stands up straight, brushing the wet grit of the street off of his hands. As he does so, his eyes narrow. His gaze moves over your crew, flickering from face to face before eventually landing on you. Looks like you just came from inside. Tell me, what'd you really see in there? A demon goddess. She says hi, by the way. A mess that Josephine sang never cleaned up. He chuckles. Why am I not surprised? No one even remembers that she built this hole in the first place. Not that it would matter. Joe Sangs holds this town by the balls. It wouldn't surprise me if she was running some kind of test in the walled city. It's like their little petri dish, he snorts. Wouldn't surprise me if the whole thing blew up in her face because of how low safety standards either. They test food additives, body modifications, pharmaceuticals, whatever some junior executive can dream up. Nothing surprises me anymore. We can change that. He looks at you like you're from Mars. Good luck. You look like just the guy to do it. Maybe I could make it worth your while to help. He winks at you. I think it's more worth my while to keep my job. I start babbling about government or corporate cover-ups on camera, and I'm finished here. And I know plenty of guys who got the strength of the righteous and then mysteriously disappeared. He picks up his gear and turns to go. Everyone on this island knows that my news service is just a mouthpiece for the Executive Council. Hell, if you look close enough, you'll probably find that it's owned by a member of the Executive Council. People buy what we feed them because the world is changing and it's scary. They feel small, they need scapegoats to blame and authority figures to tell them what to think. My news network gives them that. He points at the trid screen mounted on the side of his news van. And there's a prime example of an authority figure. Joe Sang, rising star of the Executive Council. Just look at her, spinning this to her own ends, talking about the humiliation relief effort she's mounting. You know. Your comm chirps its kindly Chang. Go ahead and take your comm. I'm gonna go before the scene turns into some kind of riot. It usually does. This is Hollywood. I lost contact with my soldiers I sent into the walled city. With you and now these Sang assholes and government troops are all over the place. Get over here and tell me what happened. Right away. I went to sleep for about a year. I'm heading to the boat hole, James. I could use some sack time too. I'll see you there. You better go talk to Ani, Seattle. Dude. Dude, just dude. Well, let's talk to Ani. Commotion from the streets of Era bleeds into kindly Chang's mahjong parlor. Triads bustle to keep up with their boss's orders. Couriers come in regularly, whispering to the lieutenant. Sup, boss? As you enter, kindly Chang is giving instructions to Strangler Bao, who nods enthusiastically. She looks over at you and holds up a hand. Wait. En, Sen, Wong, and Ho to snatch some of those medical supplies off the relief trucks. With all the excitement, nobody's watching them at all. She nods to herself, grimacing in satisfaction. There'll be a big black market for them over the next few weeks. Good thinking, Miss Chang. Hollywood, I figure you were dead. Last I heard, my soldiers had found you and everyone was heading into the walled city. Then things got out of control. She takes a pull on her thin black cigar. Where are my people? What the hell happened? We got separated in the walled city. Found out they got killed. Her eyes are hard, little black buttons. Is that how you treat my resources? Please accept my apologies, Miss Chang. She takes another drag of her cigar, exhales smoke through her nose. So you do have something to apologize for. I was just trying to be respectful of your loss. She taps her ash on the floor. Well, they knew the risks. They had a shot at moving up and they missed it. Forget them. I've got bigger problems, like customers and tenants streaming out of the walled city, screaming for their lives, like the HKPF and those Sang security shit heels swarming the place. Hello? Hi. 1 second. Now tell me what happened in the walled city, or do I have to get an actyline torch and ask nicely? Oh my god. A new tenant moved in, the big, bad, terrifying kind from another dimension. Kindly Chang's eyes get big at that. What kind? A Yanma king, King Ya, the queen with 1,000 teeth. Never heard of her. She picks up her bottle of foul spirits and studies the label. Her rusty, mean voice drops low. But I know the Yanma kings. My grandmother used to try to scare me with stories about them. I guess that she thought she was teaching me something by scaring the shit out of me. I remember one Yanma specifically. Fu Mang, the serpent of the setting sun. Oh yes. Fu Mang promised wealth and influence for those willing to do what was necessary to take it. Her voice turns wistful. The story of Fu Mang spoke to me. All he asked for in return were 44 hearts, pulled from the chests of those closest to you, while they were still alive. Hearts from random victims wouldn't do, so those who took Fu Mang's bargain would befriend others before taking their hearts, turning their entire network into a list of victims. Yes, Fu Mang spoke to me, but I didn't listen. Strangler Bao leans in, his finger to his ear. My apologies, Miss Chang, but one of the men you sent with the runners into the walled city is still alive. He stumbled into Wong and Ho as they were pulling medical supplies off of Irie. At least one came back alive. Our man says that Wong Lun Fat is dead. He got shot by the HKPF inside the walled city. Bao lifts his head and makes eye contact with the Triad boss. He's almost salivating with avarice. Our man saw it with his own eyes, Miss Chang. That sounds good. Does it make up for our dead soldiers, Auntie? It wipes the slate clean, my darling, oh yes. You see, Wong Lun Fat was my superior in the Yellow Lotus A438. Kindly Chang's black-button eyes sparkle with satisfaction, born of malice. He was also a pig. Good lord. Tell our friend Hollywood what that means, Mr. Bao, and say it slow so I can savor it. The death of Wong Lun Fat has opened a spot for you to move up, madam. You could be the next 438. Bao smiles. The effect is chilling. The gods help those who seize opportunities. Mr. Bao, put every man we have on this. Spread the word. Kindly Chang says all debts to the Yellow Lotus are suspended for citizens of the walled city until order is restored, and no interest will compound either. Tell them that I have medical supplies too. Nice. And there will be no charge for them until the crisis is over. Things seem to be going your way, Auntie. They do indeed, my sweet. I may not have brought Josephine Sang down, but I've got my career going again. She grabs her bottle and unscrews the cap with her thumb. Your career too, Mr. Bao. You'll be my new straw sandal. Good partners support each other. You have proven that, Miss Chang. He lowers his head in respect. This calls for a drink. The soon-to-be 438 pours 2 shots, and the stink of kerosene stabs your nose like a switchblade. She hands a glass to Bao, touches it with her own, and holds it there. Your loyalty and clear-headedness have proven immensely valuable, Mr. Bao. You are an effective ally, and I wish you great wealth and fortune. They down the foul substance in one gulp. Ha, looks like you two are moving up in the world. Yes, and it appears your fortune is changing too, Hollywood. She pours herself another drink and leaves it sitting on the table. Remember, you have a mysterious benefactor, one who lifted the APB on you. Any idea who that might be? I don't have a clue, but I must admit, that bothers me. It must be someone powerful. I can't imagine it was Josephine Sang, after all. What would her motivation be? It's got to be someone else. One of her enemies on the Executive Council? I'll tap my network, find out if I can. Kindly pulls her out another thin black cigar. But that's for later. I'm missing an entire piece of your story, my darling. What happened at Prosperity Tower? Did you rescue Raymond Black? Did his mother wipe his memory? We got him. Stopped his mother from wiping his memory. Impressive. You have become quite a Shadowrunner, Hollywood. She lights a cigar, a gleam of hunger in her shiny black eyes. While we were in Prosperity Tower, did you find any incriminating data on Josephine Sang? Dirt something I can use? We found financial statements that'll get her in deep with the Executive Council and Joy. Excuse me. Kindly barks a laugh, and the cigar dances in her mouth as she speaks. Now I can take that dried-up old bitch to the mat. Oh my god. The triad boss pulls out a cred stick and tosses it to you. The number on the data read out is big, more than twice the payout for a single Shadowrun. With this, Josephine Sang's days on the Executive Council are numbered. Bao, it appears that my fortunes have truly changed. She pours 2 more shots from her reeking bottle. Our partnership has been quite enriching, Hollywood. She raises her glass. To my new #1 Shadowrunner, may our partnership continue. To the beginning of something. Kindly Chang watches you drink, smiling her serpentine smile. Then she downs her glass in one swallow and licks the rim. Now, before I get back to business, I must know, how'd you go from rescuing Raymond Black to the Walled City? Ray built a machine in the Walled City. It accidentally summoned the big bad thing. That's what everybody ran. Ray made a magical fortune machine, but suffered from demon summoning glitch. Your foster father created a magical fortune machine? The triad boss cocks her head, raises her cigar to her lips. Please tell me you have control of this device. Please tell me you've brought it to me. Nope, sorry. That's a pity. I'm sure there are plenty of people who could benefit from it. Well, this business has certainly proved lucrative for me. Kindly Chang studies the glowing tip of her black cigar. I'm in a prime position to be the next Yellow Lotus 438. I only lost 4 men, and I finally got something I can use against Josephine Sang. Well, Raymond didn't make it. He sacrificed himself to stop the demon. Did he? Maybe that's what he came here to do. She lowers her eyes, and her voice softens. Everyone makes their choices, my sweet, and everyone pays the consequences. Even you someday. You've made quite a splash since arriving in Hong Kong, Hollywood. Many Shadowruns completed in a very short time. The reports from our clients are glowing, mostly. You can add closing the door on a demon goddess to the list. We made a difference. Perhaps for some, for a while. The triad boss leans in, her voice conspirational. Listen to me, my sweet. When I was a young girl, there had never been a pandemic like Vitus, but in 2010 it happened. We'd never seen death like that. A quarter of the world's population disappeared. It was miserable. It pushed us to our limits, but the survivors moved on. And then the spike babies started appearing, and dwarf babies, and then suddenly there were dragons, and goblinization, and magic, and every time the world changed, we got used to it. So if a demon goddess decided that the world city was her new living room, and you didn't whatever you did, what would have happened? She shrugs. Perhaps the news would cover it until the next sensation pulled their attention away, but after a while, it would be drowned out by all the other crap competing for our attention, and the demon in the walled city would become the new normal. Well, the new normal is that the walled city isn't under magical influence anymore. Congratulations! The poor can return to their misery with no interference from magical machines or big bad things because of you. Now let me give you a piece of advice. For the future, my sweet, something Miss Chang used to tell me. Respect ghosts and gods, but keep away from them. It sounds like you almost lost your ass in the walled city. I think you'd best listen to that. No more demons for me, Auntie. Kindly smiles mischievously. So wise. She stubs out her cigar, screws the top back on her bottle. Now get some sleep, Hollywood. You look like shit. Tomorrow we'll talk about the future. Last time you told me to go to bed, I woke up a Shadowrunner. What happens when I wake up tomorrow? We get to work, my darling. You heard Mr. Bao. She dips her finger into her empty glass, finds the last drop of liquor, and brings it to her mouth. The gods help those who seize opportunities. Kindly Cheng turns away, dismissing you with a wave. Bao, what's the status on those medical supplies? Huh. Interesting. I will say, I do really like this game. I like the ending. Or at least this part of the ending. How you get basically the rundown of Shadowrun. The scene on the bolt hole is quiet, save for the sounds of eating. The crew's crowd around Gobbet's electric hot plate. Her cast iron pot simmers on top, and they hold bowls of soup in their hands. You recognize the smell: chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored microprotein. The mood is somber. I thought I said no team meetings without me. I thought you were all going to bed. We figured we'd hang out for a while. No one could remember the last time we ate. She looks over her bowl at Duncan. Besides, no one could sleep anyway. She means me. I'm too fucked up to sleep. Trying not to think about Raymond. Wu takes an enormous gulp of soup, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. You're just keeping me company, feeding me and pretending not to be tired. Talking a bit. What are you talking about? Sure you're not afraid of going to sleep and having another nightmare? Isabel fishes a chunk of something out of her soup with her fingers, flicks it to the floor. We've been debriefing a bit. Yeah, talking about all that's gone on, everything we've been through together. She shuffles her feet a bit. Sorry about Raymond, Seattle. You too, Duncan. He was trying to do good with that machine. You two needed to remember that. Wu drops his head. His words come out slowly, as if they were being forcibly extracted. I can't believe he did that. Gave himself to that demon. I think he did what he came to do. I guess we did too, James. We came to help Raymond, and he got what he wanted. Isabel stares over her bowl at the wall of the trawler. Her voice is soft. Hard to believe we defeated a god. Demon god. Gobbet stirs her soup with her finger. From another plane of existence. Hard to believe that Josephine Sang is going to remain untarnished by this whole thing. The little Decker's face hardens. 20 years of misery. 20 years of suffering. For tens of thousands. Hundreds, maybe. That's the way it is. The way the world works. The powerful play their games, and the little people pay the price. She'll see justice someday. She has to. Wu stares into his soup, squinting in concentration. But one thing doesn't add up to me. Why was Josephine Sang so intent on shutting us down? Why wouldn't she be? You saw what she was responsible for. No, think about it. The HKPF snipers, the plastic face man, all of the resources that she poured into capturing Raymond and hunting us down. I mean, she's already covered her tracks with that illegal drug lab explosion, right? So why not just let Ray do his thing, then cover it up afterward? It doesn't add up. It had to be the Fortune engine itself. Yeah, I think you're right. From everything Raymond said, the key was supposed to be pooling, turning toxic. But I felt something in that room, a flow of positive ki that I didn't expect. Gobbet wrinkles her nose. She stares at the floor of the trawler. For several seconds, apparently lost in the thought. I think that it was leaving the walled city. So Josephine Sang caused pain for tens of thousands of people so she could get all of their good luck. I bet that machine did something else. Something that Raymond didn't know about. The little Decker stirs her soup, pondering. What if it was a siphon? What if Josephine Sang was stealing the cast-off positive key from the walled city, leeching it to her own benefit? Wu nods at Isabel, runs with her train of thought. She sealed up the fortune machine, leached the good key for herself, and took Sang Mechanical Services from the minor company Ray's father built to the ball buster it is today. His jaw tightens. That's how she got herself on the Executive Council of Hong Kong. Of course, this is all speculation. Can't prove any of it, but if Josephine was using positive ki that the Fortune engine was casting off, she isn't getting it anymore. Your foster father saw to that. Gobbet taps her spoon against the rim of her bowl. I wonder what'll happen to her. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Gobbet finishes her soup, lets out a little belch, and pats her stomach, satisfied. She tosses the bowl in the corner and for madness and folly. So Seattle, what now? I'm gonna walk a bit, stretch my legs. You should bag it soon, James. Get some sleep. He winks at you. You look like shit. So I've heard. We have the options of catching up with everyone. What's this last one? Misconnections. Rappelling down the side of an unnamed luxury hotel in a ball gown on Monday night. Admiring the view from 28 floors up. Our eyes met, yada yada yada. Red Queen. Red Queen and Blackjack. No clue who those two are. But that's it, guys. This is the end. We talk to everyone and they'll feel slightly better. But that's it for us. Thank you guys for watching and dealing with this. And we finally finished a story. You drop your head onto the pillow and haul the Royal Navy blankets over you. The bolt hole rocks like a cradle, and moments later you're wrapped in the comforting arms of sleep. There are no nightmares, only shadows. Nice. The story of the walled city riots circulates local news networks for nearly a week. Few outside of Hong Kong hear about the incident, and those that do, even fewer care. By the end of the month, the city is back to business as usual. In Haoi, the flow of refugees eventually slows to a trickle. Those who do escape tell stories of a terrifying demon goddess, and of an old man who sacrificed his soul to banish her. Their mad ramblings are generally met with pity or contempt. After the incident in the walled city, the unbroken lucky streak that propelled Sang Mechanical Services into the limelight comes to an abrupt end. Evidence of Josephine Sang's culpability in the walled city riots, as delivered by a reliable source, Auntie Chang, is aired on the Horizon News Network, and the corporation's stock prices go into a freefall. Within a year, Wu Zhang Inc., that's who must have helped us out, buys out, absorbs, and dismantles the company. And Josephine Sang is quietly filed away in a corporate prison. She remains there, buried behind walls of concrete and rebar until she hangs herself 3 months later. Hayor remains a safe port for call for smugglers, gangsters, and Shadowrunners alike. You are no exception. The Shadows here welcome you in a way that Seattle never did. You've earned the respect of your fixer, your clients, and your community. And now that the APB on you and your team has been lifted by parties unknown, you are free to operate openly in Hong Kong. The place is yours now. You're home. Thanks for watching, people.